Hey YouTube, this is Spider G. I'm doing something incredibly different, which is bringing my little breakdown setup outside. And I needed to clean this Ferrum Stinger. This is one of the ones I had coffee spilt on. I'm trying to get it the best I could by running some water and some compressed air. But I definitely need to take it apart and just do a quick little. I don't really have. I just brought the basics out, so it's pretty much clean. I just need to lubricate it, and I'll just use my Q-tips here to wipe anything down, you know. And then I have a T6 and a T8. We will go ahead and take a look at this thing. This is the Ferrum Stinger. This is the more budget friendly. This is Nitro V. You can see Nitro V. The cutout is really perfectly sharp. It's really good. I would imagine on the frame lock that might be tough, because I have to kind of go out sideways rather than straight up like I usually do. It almost cuts. Hurts the fingernail, but I gotta cut them anyway. My apologies about that. But anyway, Ferrum Stinger, Nitro V, and it looks like a bead or stonewash. It's not that great of an edge, but it is a working edge. Wanted to maintain that tip there for good puncturing. It's a very thin build, G10 backspacer with these small clips. Not a big fan of the small clips like this, but that's alright. No lefty love on these, but this, since it is a liner lock, I don't know. I'm ambidextrous as it is, left or right. Dominant right, but I am ambidextrous. The bat, baseball both ways. Throw a baseball with both hands, a football with either hand, but still right hand dominant. Anyway, I could almost feel this. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and Loctite this one, because just from fidgeting it here, and this isn't new, it's very important. Pivot spinning back out, or not just them either, but we got some blue Loctite here. For being loose, it's still somewhat, it's still somewhat centered. No, it's to the right a little bit. So what we will do, before we lose any more light, I'll go ahead and take this apart, take it, get the pivot out, grab your T6, be very careful, get that pocket clip out of there, so that way the mouse, is that in there? Let me just is that on there? Do I need to take that? Let me see something here. There's the screws holding it in. I had to take the G10 overlay off. Alright, so keep these screws together, keep everything together. These are to the overlay. This is the pocket, this is the pivot, this is for the other side, so we could just kind of, oh boy, don't want to drop anything out here. Alright, so like I said, we'll just take out the bearings. And didn't bring my 91%. Do I have any? No, I don't have any alcohol pads out today. It's my knife, my germs. But yeah, we'll go ahead and push this through the pivot, clean any stickiness. I just like to make sure. Alright, and let's stick it here. It's good to go. Good to go. All right. So there it is. The Forge Stinger liner lock. Definitely don't want to drop anything out here, but it's very simple. I'm gonna go ahead and lubricate the bearings up. These bearings are running smooth, these particular ones. Wash those out. Let's go ahead and put some lubrication on this one. Alright. And then we'll go ahead and whatever residue is on the little plunger there, I'll go around to everything and kind of just slick up everything. Especially the stop pin. Everything spins around that. These are the pivot, stop pin. Clean, make that nice and good and slippery so it seats all the way. Okay. So now what we can do is put this thing back together. Nice and clean. Love to keep good care of my knives, as we all should. And then there's some knives that just build up, but I like to always at least compress air them out. Okay, so let's go ahead and enter in the captive signature Ferrum Forge pivot. It's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and put the bearings are riding on yeah, it's already got a track, so we'll go ahead and leave them like that. See? Tolerances, fit and finish keeps coming out at F5.5. You could barely get the, you could just start to see the OEM mark on these different companies. But in either case, it's all good. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in there. Yeah. Perfect. Your stop pin. Go ahead and put your stop pin in. There we go. I don't want to push it up all the way against it just yet. Let's go ahead and put on the back spacer, and then that way kind of come in like this. Alright, so the first thing I go for is that stop pin and the pivot virtually at the same time to catch that seating. And then as I'm doing that, pushing these down to kind of make flush, make sure that's flush. And then if you can, hold it down like that. Grab your T6, okay? Try to do this behind the camera, and apologize if I'm shaking the camera. It's like right up almost against me. Alright, let's do that. Let's tighten up this other internal screw just to snug. This is still seated all the way down. So, if you see, once it's all the way in, that's a beautiful reassemble. But we'll go ahead and throw the body screws on, since they're tiny T6s. Don't want to lose these whatsoever, so I'll quickly put these right back in. Back it out if you feel like it's not. Do not cross thread T6s. You'll be in. Just forget about it. This is a really good knife. Just be careful of where the placement of your hand and that blade proximity. Okay. Careful. Alright, now let's go ahead and insert our pivot screw. Let's get it started a little bit. And we'll go ahead and finish this up by tightening down the pivot to my liking. Just snug. Let's see. Alright, let's put the pocket clip on. It's my T6. Alright, so T6 screw goes into there. You can kind of see it. It sits just like that. Good. Tighten this up. Be very careful. Be directly over it. And I'm gonna make sure it's nice and snug. Go ahead and tighten this pivot up a little more. A little too tight. could do. Let's get those bearings nice and going. Alright, get it to where you like it. And then we could put, I didn't put any KPL heavy on the detent hole, but it's okay. There we go. Now, once you put some on the detent ball, you could take this and rather than opening it up a bunch of times, you can get that going. Get the lubrication going on that track, get them bearings re-going, and then that way, nut centered now. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that, but the nuts are completely true. Might be a little off. Okay, so let's Loctite this. Since this one backs out pretty easy, I usually just use a little, and that's really still all you need. But I need this to get in the bearings, get in the threads and lock up, because I don't know if you saw that, but in the beginning it was tight, and then I fidgeted with it, and then it backed out right when I was about to, show you. So, and you could see that I had blade play within a few flicks. Now, you don't want to start flicking it right away, but that. Okay, so now we're pretty much centered. I think it's just a mere extra little twist, but yeah, it's a beautiful, awesome design from them boys. They make a damn good knife. Super thin too. It's like it's not like the narrows, but it's like a lot of my knives are thin, like the Ashers and stuff, the Gent. I like thin builds. It's easy to carry. Not having a big old blocky thing. But that'll do it. That is the Ferrum Forge Stinger Nitro V. Clean up outside disassembly, maintenance, and a reassemble outside. I thought that was pretty cool. But we'll do this again. This will do it for now. This is Spider G, just saying have fun, stay safe. Sorry about that. And just stay safe, have fun with this, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. This is Spider G. I'm out.